Okay, well, before we get all wet, let's go to Peter in Holland. Thanks for waiting.
Hi there.
Hi, Peter.
Good evening. Well, this is a little unsuspected because I tried to call in an earlier show that didn't work, and now having my two favorite hosts, that's a bit of a surprise. I assume you got the question I had for you. I'm active on Twitter as an atheist, and I talk to theists and see what I can get out of it. I grew up an atheist in most complete atheist community. So the first time I was confronted with a belief was when it got serious was when I was 21. So it's a bit like watching the Looney Tunes actually for me, because it's hard to grasp what people actually believe. But
to be fair, though, both of us actually believed that stuff.
Yeah, well, I've watched every show for I think the past 10 years, so I've got a good grasp of your past. So, but I've got a follower on Twitter. He actually called in once in a show where the both of you were the host. And this week he came with a question, and I can't help him. He's an atheist. His parents are, as far as I know, believers and strong believers, and they are anti-vaxxers. Mm-hmm. And he's seriously concerned that he's not getting his vaccinations. Is there anything you guys have to help him out to what he could do?
How old? Do you have an idea how old he is?
Yeah, I know how old he is. He's 15.
Okay, and where does he? I mean, I don't mean specifically, but like, is he in the United States? Where did you say he was?
He's in the United States. He's in Missouri.
Okay, I mean, at 15, I don't know if you could appeal that or not.
I'm pretty sure if he was serious about it, he could, petition for emancipation, at least on this issue.
Yeah.
I find it's a little strange that he's 15 and I don't know what vaccinations he has or hasn't had, but there's a lot of good resources online, specifically with information about how to argue against anti-vaxxers. But for a 15-year-old, I'm not completely sure, but I would imagine they could call somebody.
Well, he could go talk to his school counselor about it and see if they maybe have some resources, or go to a local clinic and even try to talk to someone there and just say that he has these concerns and he's...
I actually suggested that. And he's afraid a school council will contact his parents, and
what are they going to do? Take the vaccine out of him?
No, but he's afraid they will contact him before anything happens, and his parents don't know he's an atheist. They do know, I think, he's an atheist. What they don't know is that he's on Twitter and he's talking to people.
So there's always you always have to exercise a lot of caution when you're talking to or about somebody else's minor child.
I agree.
And
I agree.
I agree with Tracie that he should talk to the school nurse in particular, as well as any other person in depending on where he lives. If they find out he hasn't actually had vaccinations and it's the right ones, they might remove him from school.
What I found out so far is that in Missouri there might be that the parents need to sign if he wants to get vaccinated.
Yeah.
And Because I'm from Holland. I'm not sure what the law is.
And I'm from Missouri, and I still don't know.
But I mean, he could, for example, see if there's any sort of free legal advice available. There are some groups that do like help people out legally to try and give them some guidance on whether or not they need to contact a solicitor or recommend a solicitor. But he might reach out to some sort of legal hotline or something and just say, look, I've got this question and I feel like my parents are putting my health at risk by disallowing these vaccines. I would try a lot of routes. I mean, I guess I can understand a little bit. I mean, we have to think in terms of him being a minor and living at home and having to deal with fallout if his parents do get upset with this. I mean, he could lose, a lot by upsetting them, clearly.
Yeah, there's no easy answer.
That's my concern.
Yeah, there's no easy answer, and I don't know that this is remotely the right place to try to address it, other than recommend that he talk to the authorities at his school, and because they'll know the law in Missouri, hopefully, better than any of us do, and it's possible they may have dealt with this type of thing before, and will have better resources than an atheist show in Texas and a caller lovingly calling from Holland.
Okay. Yeah. Well, this was actually the spur of the moment because I got that question this week, and it kept me busy somehow. To me, it's very strange that people just because of their beliefs stop vaccinating their kids.
It's not strange to me at all.
Kids at risk.
It's not strange to me at all. Parents love their kids. Parents act on what they think is the best information, and if you manage to convince them that the best thing to do is this, then they're going to do that. And so it's not surprising. The cure for all of this is to continue getting better information out and into the hands of parents with regard to vaccines and, oh, by the way, religious indoctrination. But on that note, Peter,
you don't have a website or an organization he could contact to get some information?
I have no expertise on vaccination and vaccination
But here's
laws.
the thing. I mean, for example, I know when it comes to the issue of abortion, if a girl is young and she thinks her parents would impede her ability to have an abortion, she can seek to be able to do that without, like, by having the court sort of support her in that, regardless of her parents being against it. And there may be, I don't know if that translates to any kind of a precedent where a kid can generally go forward and say what my parents are doing to me is not in my best interest, and so I would like the court to make the decision that I can get the vaccinations. I don't know if there's like a way of doing that as well, but it reminds me of the situation in this other case, and I do know that the courts can override the parents' consent in those cases, and I don't know if that's possible with him or not, but it's certainly something that he should look into if he thinks he wants to go that route.
Okay. Well, I actually called in to point him to the show and to see what you guys can come up with. Maybe this is help for him because there's nothing I can do from here. So
yeah, and there may not be much we can do from here either. But if he wants to email us and let us know how it turns out, that's fine as well.
Okay, I'll convey that to him.
Well, thanks for your call and for your concern.
Thanks for having me, and great show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.